Alright, so those are filling up nicely. And, right, so I'm looking at that, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna need some magnets, so some of these magnets that I'm gonna be making is going to have to go over there as well. So I'm trying to account for that when I'm planning how I want to lay out this this production line. So initially, I bring the magnet line over here, this way. And then I take the copper ingots, and I bring them across that way, going the other direction. And then I put up some assemblers right there. And I end up putting 3 here, I believe. Oh yeah, I didn't have an extra assembler, so I need to make one. Ugh. My nose is being itchy. It's really annoying me right now. But I'm almost done with this post-commentary. I will fight through it. And so there, that's working. And then I put another smelter down, and I'm not sure. Okay, so I decided to put another copper ingot smelter down. But why? Why do I need that many copper ingots? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, and I take it around the wind turbine to feed that line. Not entirely sure what the purpose of that is. I think those 2 copper ingot smelters probably could have fed that just fine. Okay, and I need to make a couple Tesla towers. Go ahead and do that. Yep. So now I just have to set up the... Oh, I'm making more smelters. What for? What you making them smelters for? There's the hydrogen fuel rod research complete. Excellent. And now I am no longer researching anything, so... Do I? No. Okay, so at this point I'm just going to let research build up and back up a little bit. That way I will be able to, you know, make some other stuff later. And hydrogen fuel rods are relatively easy. All they need is a titanium ingot, which is just 2 titanium ore, and then 10 hydrogen, which, I mean, hydrogen's one of the easiest things to get in the game. It's one of the few resources that you can find infinitely, even in a standard playthrough. So at this point, I go ahead and throw some ore in here, and I want to look at how much titanium ore I have. I have a good bit of titanium ore. If I need to make some titanium ingots, and I think later on I do in fact smelt down that that ore in my inventory into ingots, so that I can then make some hydrogen fuel rods for the trip to the other planets in our system. But for the time being, we go ahead and well, for some reason I'm walking over here. What am I walking over here for? I guess I'm checking up on how my energetic graphite is doing. Okay, and I can kind of see that the energetic graphite is... Oh, okay, I was thinking about... I was looking at the fuel, right, the energy in energetic graphite. I was considering using that for fuel to head off to another planet instead of the hydrogen fuel rods. Because the hydrogen fuel rods, again, they're kind of... They are good fuel, but at the same time, they're not cheap to make on your starting planet that doesn't have any titanium. So you can't really automate that whole process. So I think, yeah, I go ahead and expand production over here because already the research is starting to drain my stockpile of energetic graphite. Luckily, I had a pretty good stockpile of it, so it's not a major deal. I gave myself plenty of time to fix that problem before I actually ran out of the resource, which is the main point of doing all of these kind of storage buffer systems that I've been setting up. It gives you time to solve a problem before it actually becomes a problem. You know, the lack of energetic graphite production wasn't actually costing me any grief because I had a good supply of it in reserve. And I don't know if I just throw that coal. Yeah, I just throw the coal in there. You can't shift click that, Fox. Come on now. So yeah, now that'll be backed up. That'll be just fine. I probably should have upgraded that sorter, but it's fine. So yeah, the last thing I do here is I set up a output belt here, I believe. So that is the output belt that will be for the magnetic coils. And then I go ahead and set up the output. And then we will set up the input and start manufacturing magnetic coils in much larger quantities than I was before. Okay, so there's only 2 minutes left for my post commentary here. So I'll go ahead and say thank you guys very much for watching these videos. I really appreciate it, especially if you're watching through the live commentary that isn't quite up to the same quality because again I mucked up my my audio settings. But again, once I get through all of the pre-recorded footage, which I mean, unfortunately, there's going to be like 40 to 50 episodes of it. Once I get through that, the audio quality for the rest of the series should be significantly better. So yeah, you can look forward to that. It will get better. It'll take some time, but it'll get better. Do I actually set up another? Oh no, okay, so I set up the electric motors here. So now I need to start bringing cogs and iron ingots and all that other stuff over here, which isn't too hard to do. You'll see how I do that here shortly. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot else to say here for post commentary because, you know, we're just kind of setting this up here. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so now I'm thinking about how to jump the magnets over there. Right. Okay, so that's gonna happen here in a bit. So I will. I'll just go ahead and leave you guys with some music, and I will let Past Fox go ahead and kick in here in just a second. So yeah, enjoy the music, enjoy the playthrough, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so that'll deal with the cogs. And then I need some iron ingots. Quite a few of them, actually. Yeah, this is a little bit of a clusterfluff if I'm not. Little bit of a clusterfluff. But we shall deal with it. Yes, we shall. Thankfully, I made like 5 billion foundations. So, F it. We just gonna do it this way. Yep, this is how we gonna do it. You know, I made this iron line to come all the way up here to help fuel these once this is gone, and this will be gone relatively soon. Now I'm using it for these magnets and these things. I don't know if it's actually going to get all the way over there, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if it's going to make it that far. Okay, so input, input, and input. Need power, because why would it not? And then output be over here. Okay, so that's electric motors being made. And then the electric motors the electric motors need to be made into other things. So let us go ahead and make yet another one of these. Or two, that's fine. So in order to make these, oh god, I need even more? Even more of those magnetic coils? Good lord. Go golly, Miss Molly. That being said, it's not that bad. Because they are literally being made over here in mass. And I was only making them for this one thing, so honestly, I might reroute this. Yeah. Add a splitter here. This is an intake. So this is the output. And then yeah, we get rid of a couple of these. Honestly, I'm not sure this splitter is necessary. I'm just gonna straight up do this. Yeah, because of how long it actually takes to create these, I don't think it's actually necessary. Build my first level 2 storage. And I will throw those in there. Nice. Okay. Okay, we getting there, boys. We getting there. Woo. We getting there, boys and girls. It's taking a bit, but we getting there. I think I made this way too long. Yeah. Okay, so I will go ahead and throw those in there. And I feel like I definitely need more of these. Yeah. But that's okay. That's okay. I think what I will do... this is, again, a temporary measure. I think what I will do in the long run is I will probably find a better location in terms of having copper and iron together. Like, this isn't awful, but I kind of made this come all the way over here to eventually replace this mine that is going to be going bye-bye here in not too long, and then it would feed all of this so I could keep doing my research. That was the initial idea. And now all of a sudden I've kind of got it feeding these magnets, and the magnets are coming over here and feeding the, you know, magnetic coils, and the magnetic coils are feeding the electric engines, and the electric engines are, you know, the electromagnetic turbines and whatever. So it's like, yeah, it's become a bit of a hot mess. But yeah, it's all right. It'll be all right. It will be all right. Okay, so let's take a look at sorter cargo stacking. I don't have yellow research. Don't have yellow research. Don't have yellow research. Don't have purple research. Don't really care that much about mech movement speed. Drone task. I don't think that's necessary at this particular moment in time. Thrusters. Oof. Magnetic particle trap. Unlocks particle containers. Okay. I think I need to do this so that I can then unlock this and then unlock the structure matrix, which is yellow technology. I think that needs to happen. Yeah. That requires thrusters. Planetary logistics would help me actually a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that, followed by this, and then probably that. I kind of want to do this, but I kind of don't, because, like, here's the thing, right? Solar sails require not the most advanced resources on Earth, but they require resources. And unfortunately, the solar sails that you then launch into orbit around the star, yes, they bring back energy, however, they also inevitably burn up. So you're essentially just using those resources to convert to energy, right? You're converting all of the resources in that chain to make energy, and that's all you're doing. Now, you do need to unlock these for the Dyson Sphere eventually, but I feel like using that is almost a little bit of a trap early on. Maybe I'm wrong, but I guess it also depends on what resources you have, right? It really depends on the resources you have in your system. If you have just an absolute maniacal amount of resources to make solar sails, then yeah, by all means do so. But I have to think that's a little bit sketchy. So I think I'm gonna try, even though I will research this before too long. Yeah, that's already queued. And I'll probably queue that up as well. I might as well. It'll be necessary to get to some of the other stuff up here. Gas giant exploitation. I saw Thranks finally get that done last night, and it's exactly what we really want. It's like unlimited fuel. So I definitely want to get. I want this. I want this. I definitely want this. Yeah, I want all this stuff for sure. But yeah, I don't think I really want to do any of this solar sail orbit system stuff. It just doesn't seem like it pays off. It's just, I'm gonna waste so many resources trying to get power through that it's just absolutely insane. So right now, the power load on my system is around about 60-ish%, 70-ish%. That's not bad. And anywhere between about 65 and 75%, it looks like it's fluctuating between. Which is not bad at all. Now, of course, I imagine one of the main reasons why you would do that solar sail thing is because this is a planet that has wind energy. Whereas if I go to say, this guy, Tias 1, his wind energy ratio is 70%. So I'm not going to get nearly as much energy off of him as I would like. Not nearly as much. Now I do have to look at the way that this guy is rotating. The way he's rotating and his rotation period I don't know if one side of that pole or not is going to be in perpetual light, but it looks relatively close to being in perpetual light. So you could make like a big, massive solar array up here and constantly be getting energy off of that. Potentially. Again, that's potentially. It's hard to say. What do you have on you? You have a ton of iron, a ton of copper, not a lot of a pretty good amount of titanium. Not a lot of silicon though, unfortunately. Ocean type lava, yeah, that's not a great ocean type. I don't know how much of the land is covered in lava as well. That's another thing I have to. I don't know if the dark parts are the ocean or if that's the oceans. I don't know. I mean, if I go back to Ty's Prime, then go back to like the local map here. Okay, so like on the dark side, on the bright side right now, the vast majority of this is landmass. Polymer chemical technology, which allow you to use chemical plants to produce organic crystals. Organic crystals can be used as fuel, but they will reduce fuel generation, slowing down the mecha's energy recharge rate. Okay, so now if I go and look at this like this, yeah, you're in the... Okay, so it looks like the dark parts are the ocean. Right, it's looking like the dark parts are the ocean. So if that also applies to here, then oof, that's a lot of ocean. Not gonna lie, that is a lot of ocean. Holy bejesus. That's gonna be ridiculous. Okay, we also have Ties 4 here. It has 3 million iron ore, not a lot of copper. It does have 3 million silicon and 13 million titanium ore. The wind energy ratio is only 70%. Solar energy ratio is even worse at 50 because it's so far away from the star. But honestly, at 70% wind energy, if I don't do anything crazy in terms of what I'm doing here, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. So yeah, my main focus has to be on research. My main focus has to be getting to the interstellar logistics system, which means I need thrusters, probably reinforced thrusters.